Welcome to the Premier Heating and Air Show with our great friends Reed and Tom. Premier is an independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer. That's Tom. Reed, good morning to you as well. How are you, my friend?
Good morning. I'm doing great.
Okay, today on the show, let's get into what these fires have caused in terms of getting in people's systems. Talk to me about this week, Reed.
And you hear a lot about, air quality, especially when there's fires and smoke and those kind of things. And, it kind of reminds me a little bit about 4 years ago, we kind of ran into the same thing. Mm-hmm. It was really hot weather and dry and, fires everywhere. And, so the air quality is a big thing to really kind of think about. You're not able to open your windows at night and get like any relief. So if your AC is not working properly, it could be pretty miserable.
Air cleaner sales are just going through the roof. I mean, just skyrocketing it.
Okay.
Between the two different styles that we handle, not only the one that goes in top of the furnace, but then also the one that goes where your regular filter is. I mean, those units are just flying off the shelf.
All right. So with all that, we are offering a special here on the show. You can call or text 720-547-8009. Mention this show and book an estimate today. You get a free air cleaner with the system purchase. How about that? That's pretty cool. What does an air cleaner actually do?
The air cleaner that we are promoting today has a carbon filter built within it. And so not only does it help relieve that smoke, but it also takes that smell of the smoke out as well. But not only is it cleaning your air and getting all the small particulates out, but it's also taking that smoky smell out of the air as well. They are the best around.
I've got one in my house. You have one in your house, D-Mac. Tom has one. We can all kind of talk firsthand about it. In addition to like smoke and the smells and everything, a lot of it, like I've always had really bad allergies. This air cleaner has really helped me with that. And it's just good kind of year round. It's something a lot of people don't really think about too much, the air quality inside especially. So,
well, and one of the things that we recommend through Premier is when you do get a new system installed is set your thermostat temperature that you want for your heating and for your cooling.
Okay.
But let the fan run 24/7, 365 because no matter what, then what you're doing is two things. You're cleaning the air all the time. Mm-hmm. And you're stratifying the air. So if you have a 2-story house, you're moving the air around so that you keep a nice even temperature throughout the home as well.
Oh, nice piece of advice for sure. You can get a hold of Premier, 24/7. You sure can. So you can do that. They got people standing by, no problem. You can always reach out to them on their website as well at premieraircolorado.com. That's premieraircolorado.com. Okay, we have some before and afters. This is fun.
This is actually a friend of Tom's that he referred over. And he had a pretty old system.
Wow. So what do you think when you look at something this old?
Yeah, I mean, we don't see a lot of those. So most of them have been replaced. There's still a few people that are kind of holding out. When you're looking at an older system, especially one that's this old, is efficiency is pretty low. You're losing efficiency kind of every year. So over the course of 40 years, I mean, you've probably lost like half of the efficiency. There's not a lot of safety. The new systems have a lot of safety devices kind of built in. They're a lot safer. I mean, these old systems, we found a lot of rust. You can kind of see it in that picture there. There was just a lot of potentially, unsafe issues going on with that. And so that's something to always consider when you're replacing an older system.
All right. And this is what you guys put in. That's the same place? Wait, it went from that to this. Yeah. Whoa. What did you replace the old system with, which looks much bulkier and bigger, by the way, with this sleek new system?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's the S8V2. I think that's the same one that we put in your house. So that's
Looks
the
familiar.
D-Max special right there.
There you go.
Like you said too, I mean, it's a lot smaller, way quieter. I mean, that's like a total renovation right there. that's going to be a night and day difference.
What's and how will a homeowner feel if you do have an old furnace? Like, what is the instant wow moment about getting yourself a new system?
You're going to definitely tell right away that your comfort level inside of your home, I mean, I guarantee that it's a night and day difference.
I do laugh sometimes with older people, not to slag on, my generation or anything, but like you get a phone, I don't want the new phone. It's like, hey, the new phone's easier. They're not making things harder. They're making things easier, but it's just news, Tom. So it gets a little scary.
He said, my AC is not really working all that well. Could you get me somebody out to take a look at the AC? And I said, sure, I can get you a guy. I've got Premier. But Everett, how old's your furnace? And he said, oh, it's a little older. It's on the older side. Well, how old do you think the furnace is? And he said, well, it's the original furnace and the house was built 42 years ago.
Unbelievable.
He said, but she's still just chugging along.
She's
doing well.
He's assigned a she to it. Oh, yeah.
The furnace has a gender.
Has a gender to the name. Good old Betsy. Look at her. I'm not going to get rid of Betsy. And then here comes Veronica. It takes like a week. It's like, I love you, Veronica. Don't leave me. Stay here forever. I love you, Veronica. But what about Betsy? Oh, forget about Betsy, Veronica. Don't even utter her name. All right. Let me ask you this. Just a note. Reed, do you do disposal with the old parts and the old systems? You take care of it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good question. And with something like that, I mean, that's kind of a scrapper's dream,
Right.
But yeah, we haul away everything. We reclaim all the old refrigerant. We handle everything properly. We'll take it over to Tom's place and guys will recycle it and do all that. It ends up in a good place.
Okay. So Betsy's.
Yeah, Betsy's
Betsy's in a better place.
Yeah.
Betsy's an amazing toaster now. So it's fantastic.
So one of the things we talked about was the efficiency of that old furnace, because when that furnace was put in, 42 years ago, it was 65% efficient. So that meant 65% of the gas heat used to heat the house was staying within, and 35 went up the stack. But as Reed said, over 42 years, it probably dropped 50% of its efficiency in that 42 years. So he went from something that was really about 35, 40% efficient to 80% efficient. So what do you got with Veronica? Veronica is twice as efficient as Betsy.
And Veronica, hey, guess what? Veronica knows it too.
Oh, yeah, she does.
She does. What are we looking at here? New one is air conditioning unit outside.
So the AC was a little bit newer. I don't even know if they were making ACs in the 80s. Maybe Tom, you could tell me about that. But
well, that 30-year-old unit, he had one of our contractors put that 30-year-old Heil unit in on his 12-year-old furnace at the time.
So,
oh wow,
yeah. So newer, it was only 30 years old.
So you go from this to a newer unit, and again, I'm gonna assume it's all the same sort of stuff. It's just more efficient. You're saving money. It's more effective in the home. All that sort of thing. And but what is the lifespan of these outdoor units?
It can really range. I mean, on average, somewhere around 15 years. Some systems last only about 10. The systems that we install, we're typically looking at closer to 20 years.
Amazing.
The efficiency and how much it costs you to operate it, and the technology has come so far, during those times, you're spending more money to run that old system than it would cost to get a new one,
We appreciate everybody watching and listening. And call Premier at 720-547-8009. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Take it easy.